Well, what would you think if you picked up the morning newspaper and read your own obituary? You might think that could not possibly happen, but it did toward the end of the 19th century to a certain Swedish chemist. We'll talk about him in just a moment, but first of all, let me just say hello and thanks for joining me. I'm John Kuert, the pastor at Alpha Assembly in Clarion, Pennsylvania, bringing to you another heart to heart talk. These little inspirational thoughts are intended to lift you and help you and just give you something to think about each and every day. So, toward the end of the 19th century, Swedish chemist Alfred Nobel awoke one morning to read his own obituary in the local newspaper. Alfred Nobel, the inventor of dynamite, it said, who died yesterday, devised a way for more people to be killed in a war than ever before, and he died a very rich man. Well, actually, it was Alfred's older brother who had died. A newspaper reported had bungled the epitaph. But the account had a profound effect on Nobel. And he decided that he wanted to be known for something other than developing the means to kill people efficiently and effectively in great numbers and for amassing a fortune in the process. And so he decided that he was going to initiate the Nobel Prize, the award for scientists and writers who foster peace. That's right, the Nobel Peace Prize. And Nobel said every man ought to have the chance to correct his epitaph in midstream and write a new one. Few things will change you as much as looking at your own life as though it were finished. What kind of legacy will you leave behind one day when you're gone from this earth? Well, it's not too late to begin writing your epitaph and start to strive to leave a legacy that will glorify God. And you know, it's so true that we need to number our days, as Psalm 90 says. Moses wrote that. He said, "Teach us, Lord, to number our days and to apply our hearts to wisdom." In other words, use the time that we have wisely. And I believe that each and every one of us need to really do that. You know, I have the unfortunate privilege to have many funerals over my lifetime, over my ministry. But I always take it as an opportunity for the living. Yes, it is a sad thing when people lose their loved ones, but it's a great opportunity to start to think about your life. And it's a great object lesson because as that person lays there in the coffin, each and every one of us look at that and say, someday I'm going to be there. What am I going to do with my life? Am I going to just live it for myself or for worldly pleasures or just for making money or whatever? But how about if we take inventory and say, you know what, I want to use my life for good. I want to touch people's lives. I want to do something with my life. And I believe that is a noble aspiration that we all need to have because it's true. Someday we will be leaving this world behind. Or it might be that Jesus comes for us before we have a chance to die, and which either way is fine with me. But I think it's great that we can talk about having the opportunity to make a difference and to start looking at life in the light of eternity. I shared that a couple of weeks ago in a message, that we need to live our lives in the light of eternity, because someday we are going to be gone. We're going to leave this world behind. We're going to have to stand before God at the judgment seat of Christ. And what will he say then? Will he say, "Well done, good and faithful servant"? Or will he say, "Depart from me, you worker of iniquity, I never knew you"? Well, that's that's a very sobering thought, isn't it? But you know what? Right now, we have the opportunity to change things around and to move in a direction that is going to be pleasing to God and is going to make a difference for time and eternity in the lives of other people. So I encourage you to do that today. Just start by doing little acts of kindness for people and just helping people and reaching out, touching them, maybe even sharing the gospel. And you know what? That will make a difference, and it will add up over your lifetime. And I believe that if we do that, we will hear, "Well done, good and faithful servant." Well, thanks for joining me again for another heart to heart talk. And again, I would encourage you to stop by our website, alphaag.org, or visit our Facebook page to tell you more about the church, and who we are, and what we believe, and just get a little foretaste before you come and visit us. Yes, indeed, come and visit. We're at 499 Greenville Pike. Actually, we have two addresses there. It's kind of confusing: Greenville Pike and East Grandview Extension. And we're kind of like right in between those two. But at any rate, it's not far from downtown Clarion, right down the road from Clarion University. So stop by and visit us. We'd love to have you. And in the meantime, have a great day. I always say this. Alpha Assembly Sundays at Alpha Assembly will make a difference in your week, and I do believe that. And so will these heart-to-heart talks. I believe these can have a little touch of heaven in them and will uplift you and encourage you. Well, God bless. Have a great day. We'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.